Spoiler alert for performances and winners of each episode.
Okay, hi guys, my name is Johnstan, and so I've honestly watched a lot of variety show, and I think that I want to do some reviews because there are some things that on my mind, and sometimes I want to talk about things and discuss with the viewers as well, and I don't think I have a platform for doing so. Today I'm going to do something very different, so I'm actually going to review Queendom. Okay, if you have watched Queendom 2, also do let me know your feedback and comments. So I'm going to do a review from like episode 1 to episode 4 right now. I'm just going to make it quick because I just, there's a lot to go through, and I'm going to do my personal ranking. Okay, and I'm gonna do like some thoughts behind the show, between the editing and between the characters and whatnot. Okay, so let's start off with episode 1. So in episode 1, so there's the queens are revealed, and we have Luna, WJSN, Hyolyn, Brave Girls, Vivi. Personally, I'm okay with most of the cast, and I really like Kepler a lot. However, I felt that it was really close to the Girls Planet's debut, and I think that they shouldn't be in another show that quick again. I thought that it would have been better if it were given to groups like A-Pink. So the first episode was pretty much who do you think is a rival kind of thing. I personally thought that was just to like spice up the show because it needed some drama. There was literally no drama if everyone was just singing their songs and whatsoever. So there had to be some heat, and obviously SinB from Vivi's, she was made to be the villain of the show. It's very obvious, they love to like zoom in into her frowns and whatsoever. You guys know Mnet, right? They love like evil editing, but then luckily she clarified that, and her member of G-Fan clarified that was because she likes to frown a lot. That doesn't mean that she's really a mean person. However, as you can see from the dialogues, it's very obvious that they're trying to make her as the villain of the show. The first episode was they had to pick one of their popular songs and we had to reimagine it again. So in the first episode, the performance sequence, and there was some drama behind it because they were trying to fight for the position. But Hyolyn was being very generous about it, and she decided to go second, even though the rest were fighting to be the last. I'm just gonna talk about the performance. For Vivi's performance, I felt that I was very happy to actually hear Rough. So it was really touching moment to hear it again on the television because I really love G-Fan a lot, and that disbandment was very abrupt. For Hyolyn's performance, I think that it was super amazing. I really loved the use of the LED, the waterfall. It was so cinematic, and it was really like a fiesta. But for Kepler's performance, honestly, they had this racer thing going on, and it was kind of cool, but I think it didn't really escalate further than that. For Brave Girls' performance, honestly, I felt that as a veteran group, they were much better than I expected. They had some Nanta kind of inspired performance, and I think that was quite unexpected as well. WJSN, I think that the theme was very much like Vivi's. The hourglass broke, and there was a little bit drama, and the members were crying because they felt that the performance wasn't that great. Honestly, I didn't quite like their performance compared to the rest of them. I felt that it was alright only because maybe that song wasn't something that I really liked, but this is just a personal opinion. So it was very confusing because I didn't know why Luna didn't appear, and then it was very much later than I realized that some of the members had COVID and therefore they couldn't perform. So at the end of the day, they did perform. That wasn't calculated into the rankings. So for the final ranking, right, my personal ranking is I felt that Hyolyn should have won, and she did win. And then my last pick would actually be WJSN. I'm sorry for the fans, but maybe the song wasn't very much different from what I've heard usually, and the style is very predictable, so I didn't really quite like it. That is why I think that they will be the 6th position. However, it turns out that they were 2nd overall, and the final position, the group that ranked last was Brave Girls. Okay, so this is very sad for them because they are honestly not that popular compared to the other groups. Here comes the problem. So we don't really know whether Luna or Brave Girls were in the 6th position. If you are placed last twice, you'll be eliminated. So I did some check. I think that Luna is in 6th position instead. So Brave Girls were kind of lucky to escape this. Okay, so in the next episode 3, okay, it is the cover song. So they have to choose the cover. So Hyolyn picked Luna, Vivi's picked WJSN, and then Kepler was paired up together with Brave Girls. So it started off with WJSN Navilela. I really loved it. Okay, it was so different. The Navilela that I've heard is very, soothing and very nice, but this one is so powerful, and this one is so grungy. I really love it. Give me a different life of Navilela, so I really liked it. So the next one was Luna, they did Shake It. It was a very theatrical, musical kind of thing. So they had many like outfit changes from here and there. I think that they really made use of their members. There were so many of them. I don't really think that they need any more backup dancers. So they really fully utilized their numbers, and I think they really did that really well. I think it was quite entertaining to watch and it was quite fun to watch. Okay, so the third performer was Break Girls. So they did Mask by Kepler. So they were kind of weak in a sense that because some of the members had COVID as well, they had some problems like recording and actually strategizing to come up with a performance. So they did do like a burglar thief kind of concept where they steal things during the show. I think that was kind of cute to see. However, in terms of the whole stage, it was a bit lacking, I feel. Yeah, that was just my opinion. So the fourth group to perform is actually Vivis. So in this episode 4, Vivis actually had to perform, and then we actually see them doing Unnatural. This is actually one of my favorite songs for Uju Sonyo because I really liked it a lot. It was a very different side of Uju Sonyo, and then they did it more tango kind of version. I don't know why, but for that particular episode, I felt that their vocals were kind of weaker than before. Yeah, it was a kind of soft, so their live vocals, I couldn't really hear them as properly as the rest of the groups. Other than that, I think that the tango part, the revealing and whatsoever, I think it was quite different from the image that you have for Vivis or G-Friend. So next, the fifth group would be Kepler. They did Pool Party and they mixed it with Rolling. I think it was quite cute, but however there was some drama as usual, so there was some performance problem. Dayeon actually fell off the stage, and then Eugene actually slipped because she used this bubble prop, and then she couldn't dance properly because it was very slippery, so both of them were seen crying. I felt that honestly, the theme was kind of cute, but they never went really much further than that. It was just cute. It was not very three-dimensional, I felt, and plus the mistakes that they have made, it made their performance like not as great as they would want to be. And then lastly, we have Hyolyn. She did So What, and then she also did PTT, Paint the Town, in between the songs, and I felt that it was quite a good mashup. Obviously, right, when you hear her singing, it was very much obvious that she would definitely dominate the show. Her live vocals are so strong, and she had really commanded the whole stage. Even though she's a soloist, of course her backup dancers were amazing because I think they were from 1 Million Dance Studio, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so they were really strong as well. They helped to fill up the stage. I think she's really smart, whereby she strategized where to go, how to go, what kind of scenery, and what kind of theme it would have been. And of course, it was jaw-dropping to see her drop from the start with an aerial hoop, and she was as a Catwoman kind of concept. I think that was really smart. Coupled with her great vocals, I think that Hyolyn was the #1 pick in this episode. For me, and obviously she won as well. Actually, I felt that Vivis was one of the weaker ones for me. I don't really think that there was any much special compared to the rest of the groups. I think that it's very much predictable. Like once you look at the outfit, you could more or less tell what's happening. There wasn't much going on, there wasn't much theatrics, there wasn't much drama. It was just very one note. Even though it was a decent note, it was flamenco, it was tango, everyone can tell, but I don't think it went any much further than that. So that's just my opinion. So at the end of the show, you can tell that they are all split into vocal groups and dance groups. I heard something that maybe the dance group and the vocal groups, the dance have to sing and the vocals have to dance. I'm not so sure about that. I'm really enjoying Queendom too because I really love Hyolyn. I think that she deserves this, even though she was really popular in Sister. But then when her group disbanded as a soloist, I think she didn't receive as much attention as she would have in Sister. But she was the main voice of Sister, and I think that this really proves to the world globally that she is still recognized, and I think it's quite obvious that she might win in time to come, but it's really hard to say, okay? So what do you guys think? So for the cover song, who's your best pick and who's your worst pick? This is just my opinion, and I know that we may have very different opinions. I'm very sorry to not offend buddies, but I'm a buddy myself. I'm just being really objective about it in terms of the performance, but I can agree to disagree. It's just my personal opinion. So let me know what you guys think about their performance thus far. I think everyone's really fighting for screen time. Everyone's trying their best to prove the better version of themselves, especially for Break Girls. And now that they have placed last again, I thought that they would have been eliminated, but however, I think the first episode, Luna was considered the 6th place instead, so that they are safe. So it's Luna 1 and Break Girls 1. Okay, so the second strike, they're out. It's so confusing because the next group is like vocal and dance battle, so I don't know how does that count into play and how would they eliminate anyone, you know. Do comment down below what you guys think about Queendom 2 and what are your thoughts about the performance. I think that personally Hyolyn deserves to win and I think that she'll do very well, yeah, regardless. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Enjoy this video, do give me a like. Also comment down below your thoughts on Queendom 2 and other things you'd like me to review. Also remember to subscribe to me and on the notification bell so you know when my next video will be uploaded. Hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye!